It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Brown now on 1st and 10.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Looking to throw. Brown.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Brown. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another 1st down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brown. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Shaquille Barrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And also brings up 4th.
Those other teams are so competitive in match, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded right around the 8. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive.
And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On first down, Tannehill. It's caught on the right side, Williams. A first carry for Leonard Fournette.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
A first down run there by Fournette as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 43-yard line. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
The Bucs at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Fournette, a first down carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll try the air now with Tannehill.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Here's Tannehill. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's able to find Wallace.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On second down, Jacobs. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brown. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Back to throw. Brown. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tannehill on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
And plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Now Brown from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Here's Jake Camarda now. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Here's Brown off the play fake. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9. Tannehill.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Tannehill.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Looking sideline, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Tannehill now on the option left. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ryan Tannehill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Joe Tryon. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Brown. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds. Incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tannehill. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They'll get to the line there, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
And he'll find Pittman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Gets this to Waller on the crossing route.
The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Back to throw again. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown. Darren Waller. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have regained the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
He's going to keep this again. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact, he's going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And this one's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They go play action here on first down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brown. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll look to throw again. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Brown. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Brown throwing on first down. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tannehill on 3rd down. He completes it right side to White. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. On third down, Brown. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Here's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. On second down, they'll run with White. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
They give to White on the option.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Going with their tight end on fourth. Williams loses the football. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Buying time to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw, Tannehill.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Tannehill. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
Brown now on 1st down.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now Brown, off play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On first down, Tannehill. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Fournette on the counter. Oh, good move. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And here's Tannehill to keep it. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. On second down, here's Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 13. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, this is great work by a quarterback here. He's doing anything he can to avoid taking a square hit. I admire the way he worked his way through the initial contact and then continued downfield for good yardage.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Now Tannehill. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Gets past one man. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's Brown. Back to the air on 2nd down. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw on third down, Brown. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 95 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Off the play fake. Brown. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On second down, here's the option. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. A nice little juke. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Devin Duvernay, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Raiders offense ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Brown throwing to start the drive. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Operating from the gun, Brown.
Able to connect with Jacobs.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Gets this to Waller.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
He'll look to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Bucs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.